try to play a song on my shofar. It's gonna sound like trash though. Sound like Squidward and shit. I need to get one of them long ass ones. My boy got this long ass one you can like do different notes on it and shit. I got this little one that you can, I guess you can like bash somebody's head with this month, the one I got. Hold up. I'm trying to take a picture. My camera tripping. Yeah, mine's in my PTR. Got a little baby so far, but this thing crack somebody's head open though if you had to. You said your son looked up, or you thought the angels was coming or something? Hold up. I'm gonna try not to Squidward it again. Hold up. Oh man. Alright, not gonna take too long to start. Oh, they debating about Jeebus over here. Man. Anyway. Alright. 45. And we left off with at 28, 44, 28, with the Most High saying that Cyrus was his shepherd and he's gonna do his will and have Jerusalem be built and the temple and all that. Isaiah 45. Thus say Yahweh to his anointed one, to Cyrus, whose right hand I have grasped, to subdue nations before him, that I might loosen the loins of kings, to open doors before him, and that gateways not be shut. I will go before you, and I will straighten the twisting paths. I will smash copper doors and sever iron bolts, and I will grant you the treasures of darkness and hidden riches of secret places, in order that you should know that I am Yah who has proclaimed your name, the Elohim of Yasharal, for the sake of my servant Jacob and Yasharal, my chosen one. I have proclaimed you by name. I dubbed you, though you did not know me. I am Yah, and there is no other. Other than me, there is no Elohim. I will gird you, though you did not know me, in order that those from east and west would know that there is nothing besides me. I am Yah, and there is no other. I am the one who forms the light and creates darkness, who makes peace and creates evil. I am Yah, maker of all these. Pour out, O heavens, from above, and let the upper heights drip generously. Drip generosity. Let the earth open up, and salvation and goodness will flourish. Let it make them sprout together. I am Yah who created this. Woe to him who argues with his creator, a shard amongst the shards of the earth. Does clay say to the one who forms it, what are you doing? Your creation is without skilled hands. Woe to he who says to a father, what have you begotten? Or to a woman, for what have you gone into labor? Thus say Yah, the Holy One of Yasharal, and the one who formed it. Ask me about the future events, about my sons, and about the actions of my hands shall you command me. I made the earth, and I created man upon it. It is I, my hand spread out the heavens, and I commanded all its hosts to come into existence. I aroused Cyrus with righteousness and smoothed out all his paths. He will build my city and set my exiles free, not with a price and not with a bribe, says Yah, Master of Legions. Salat. Thus said Yah, the toil of Egypt and the merchandise of Cush and the Sabaeans, men of stature, will pass to you and become yours, and they will follow after you and pass in chains. They will prostrate themselves before you. They will pray before you. Only with you, Jerusalem, is Elohim, and there is no other except for Elohim. And before Elohim, indeed, you are an Elohim who conceals himself. The Elohim of Yasharal is the Savior. They will all be ashamed and humiliated. Together the artisans of idolatrous forms will walk in shame. But Yasharal is saved through Yah, an eternal salvation. You will not be ashamed nor humiliated for all eternity. For thus said Yah, creator of the heavens, he is the Elohim, the one who fashioned the earth and its maker. He established it. He did not create it for emptiness, he fashioned it to be inhabited. I am Yah, and there is no other. I did not speak in secrecy, someplace in a land of darkness. I did not tell the descendants of Jacob to seek me for nothing. I am Yah, who speaks righteousness, who declares uprightness. Gather yourselves, come and approach it together, O survivors of the nations, who do not know, who carry about the wood of their graven image, and pray to a God who cannot save. Proclaim and approach. Even let your leaders take counsel together. Who let this be heard from aforetimes, or related it from old? Is it not I, Yah? There is no other God besides me. There is no righteous God besides me, and no Savior other than me. Turn to me and be saved, all the ends of the earth. For I am Elohim, and there is no other. I swear by myself, righteousness has gone forth from my mouth, a word that will not be rescinded, that to me shall every knee kneel, and every tongue swear. Only in Yah, who spoke to me, is there righteousness and strength. All those who anger him will come to him and be ashamed. All the seed of Yasharal will be vindicated and will glory in Yah. I don't see how people don't get that, bro. He goes into that so many times, man. He's like, he just tries to beat it into your head. Like, that's me. That's it. It's me. Man. I heard he say every knee gonna bow to him. I ain't see him mention nobody else. Anyway, 46. Bel is kneeling. Nebo is doubled over. Their idols were loaded on the beast and animal. Your bearers are overloaded. It is a burden on the weary beast. They have doubled over and fallen on their knees together. They could not escape being carried off and have themselves gone into captivity. Listen to me, O house of Jacob, and all the remnant of the house of Yasharal, who are born by me from birth, who are carried from the womb. Until your old age I remain he, and until your hoary years I will carry you. I made you and I will bear you. I will carry you and I will rescue you. To whom can you liken me or consider me equal? or compare me, that we should seem alike. To those who pour gold from the purse and weigh silver in the balance scale, who hire a goldsmith to make it into a god, who bow and even prostrate themselves, who carry it on their shoulders and bear it, and when they set it down, it remains in its place. It does not budge from its place. He even cries out to it, but it does not answer. It does not save him from his distress. Remember this and strengthen yourselves. Take it to heart, O evildoers. Recall the early events of ancient times. See that I am Elohim and there is no other. I am Elohim and there is none like me. From the beginning, I foretell the outcome, and from earlier times, what has not yet been. But I say, and my plan will stand, and I will carry out my every desire. I have summoned the vulture from the east, from a distant land. He is the man of my counsel. I also spoke. I also will carry out. I formed it. I also will accomplish it. Listen to me, O fierce-hearted ones, who are far from righteousness. I have brought my righteousness close. It will not be far, and my salvation it will not delay. I will establish my salvation in Zion, my splendor for Yasharal. Chapter 47. Get down and sit on the dirt, O virgin daughter of Babylonia. Sit on the ground without a chair, O daughter of Chaldeans, for they will no longer call you delicate and dainty. Get a millstone and grind flour, expose your hair and a bare leg, expose a thigh to cross through rivers. Your nakedness will be exposed and your embarrassment will be seen. I will take revenge and I will not be entreated by man. Our Redeemer, whose name is Yah, Master of Legions, the Holy One of Yasharal, sit silently, then go into the darkness, O daughter of Chaldeans, for they will no longer call you the mistress of kingdoms. I became angry at my people. I degraded my heritage and delivered them into your hand. You showed them no compassion. You made your yoke very heavy upon the aged. You said to yourself, forever will I be a mistress. So you did not take these upon your heart. You did not remember my heritage's end. Now hear this, O pampered one, who dwells securely, who says in her heart, only I and none but me. I shall not sit as a widow, and I shall not know bereavement. Both of these will come upon you in a moment, on the same day, bereavement and widowhood. In their fullness will they come upon you, because of the abundance of your witchcraft and the great intensity of your enchantments. You trusted in your evil. You said, no one sees me. Your wisdom and your knowledge, that is what emboldened you. You said in your heart, only I and none but me. Misfortune will befall you. You will not know how to pray. Tragedy will befall you. You will be unable to remove it. There will come upon you a sudden disaster such as you have never known. Stand fast now with your enchantments and with the abundance of your witchcraft, with which you have toiled from your youth. Perhaps you will be able to avail. Perhaps you will gain strength. It's being sarcastic. You have wearied yourself with your many counselors. Let them stand up for you now and save you. The astrologers, the stargazers, who foretell by new moons. Part of what will befall you. Behold, they have become like straw. Fire burned them. They could not save themselves from the power of the flame. No coals remained by which to warm up. No fire by which to sit. So were those advisors with whom you toiled, the merchants with whom you dealt, since your youth have scattered. Each one in his own direction. There is no one to save you. Chapter 48. Hear this, O house of Jacob, who are called by the name of Yasharal, and who emerged from the fount of Judah, who swear by the name of Yah and make mention of the Elohim of Yasharal, but not in truth and not in righteousness, rather because they are called after the holy city, and they rely on the Elohim of Yasharal. Yah, Master of Allegiance, is his name. Shalom, Mike. I foretold their earliest events beforehand. They emerged from my mouth, and I announced them. I acted with suddenness, and they came about, because I know that you are difficult, and that your neck is an iron sinew, and your forehead is brazen. I told you beforehand, and when it had not yet happened, I informed you, lest you say, my deity accomplished them, my graven image and my molten idol have ordained them. You have heard it. Now see it all happen. Now will you not tell it? Now I will inform you of new events, hidden things that you did not know about. They were created just now, not long ago, and not before today, and you have never heard of them, lest you say, behold, I already know them. You have neither heard nor have you known, nor was your ear open to them before, for I knew that you would deal very treacherously, and you have been called a rebel from birth. For my name's sake I shall restrain my wrath. For my praise I shall withhold my anger from you, not to cut you down. Behold, I refine you, but not like silver. I have chosen you for the crucible of hardship. For my sake, I will do it. For how can I let my name be profaned? I will not recede my glory to another. Listen to me, O Jacob and Yasharal, as he was called by me. I am he. I am the first. Also, I am the last. Also, my hand has laid the foundation of the earth, and my right hand has measured out the heavens. I call to them, and they stand together. Gather together, all of you, and listen. Who among them has related these things? Yah loves him who does his will in Babylonia and shows his arm against the Chaldeans. Only I, have spoken, and even some of them. I have brought him, and his path is successful. Approach me, hear this. From the first I did not speak in secrecy. From the time the decree was issued, I was there. And now, my Adonai, Yahweh Elohim, has sent me with his spirit. Thus said Yahweh, your Redeemer, the Holy One of Yasharal. I am Yah, your Elohim, who instructs you for your benefit, who guides you in the way you shall follow. If you had hearkened to my commandments, your peace will flow like a river, and your righteousness like the waves of the sea. Your offspring will be like the sand, and those that emerge from your innards like the sea's innards. Its name will not be cut off, and it will not be destroyed before me. Go forth from Babylonia, hurry from Chaldea, with glad song relate. Announce this, bring forth the message to the ends of the earth. Say, Yah has redeemed his servant Jacob. They did not thirst, though he led them through parched deserts. He made water flow for them like a rock. He split a rock and water gushed. But there is no peace for the wicked, said Yah. Yeah, that's facts, though. Chapter 49. Especially the like it was talking about the people relying on their witchcraft and all that shit, astrologers and stargazers, blah 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 blah. People relying on their own wisdom, power, and all that. Like, end of the day, if the Most High ain't with you, man, that don't mean it don't matter what kind of weapon you got. It don't matter what kind of clout, what kind of how many people you got behind you. It don't mean shit. Yeah, it's gonna fall if he ain't with you, man. That's why when Menelik was talking about earlier in the other room, it was like, is the Most High gonna, like, somebody try to kill me? Who's he gonna have? Man, that's why, like, as long as you seeking him, man, you seeking him, and you're not only teaching but walking the Torah, bro. Like, you're living the Torah, and you're seeking him, praying to him. You know what I'm saying? Being pleasing in his eyes, bro. That's why I tell people, man. Like, I be telling people I want to go to Africa, and they be like, "Oh, it's how it's dangerous over there." I'm like, I don't give a damn. Like, I don't fear death, man. People already know. Like, somebody tried to take my life, and the Most High took his. Somebody tried to put curses on me, and curses got reversed on his ass. I ain't worried about shit, bro. That's how we gotta be, man. Like, we gotta be like Daniel. You know what I'm saying? We gotta be like Daniel in the lion's den. We gotta be like, what's them dudes' names that got thrown in the fire? It's like, man, I ain't bowing down to that damn idol. That's how we gotta be, man. There's no peace for the wicked, but the righteous, man. We ain't gonna fear shit, and we ain't gonna lose any sleep over no wickedness, man. Shit, you can throw me in the desert today, bro. I'm coming out that bitch alive, cause the Most High with me. Fuck all the bullshit. Anyway, Isaiah 49. Listen to me, O islands, and hearken, O distant regimes. Yah summoned me from the belly. He mentioned my name from my mother's womb. He made my mouth like a sharp sword. In the shadow of his hand he hid me. He made me like a smooth arrow. In his quiver he concealed me. He said to me, You are my servant, Yasharal, in whom I take glory. But I said, I have toiled in vain and used up my strength for nothingness and naught. However, my judgment is with Yah, and the reward for my accomplishment is with my Elohim. And now Yah, who formed me from the belly to be a servant to him, said, I shall return Jacob to him, so that Yasharal will be gathered to him. So I was honored in Elohim's eyes, and my Elohim was my strength. He said, It is so insufficient that you be a servant for me, only to raise up the tribes of Jacob and to restore the ruins of Yasharal. I will make you a light for the nations, so that my salvation may extend to the ends of the earth. So I don't see how the camps get around that part, bro. I really don't. Verse 7. Thus said Yah, the Redeemer of Yasharal, and their Holy One, to the despised soul, to the one loathed by nations, to the servant of rulers. Kings will see you and arise. Officers will prostrate themselves because of Yah, who is faithful, and the Holy One of Yasharal, who has chosen you. Thus say Yah, in the time of favor I answer you, and on the day of salvation I assist you. I will protect you, and I will make you the people of the covenant, to restore the land and to cause you to inherit desolate heritages, to say to prisoners, Get out, and to those in the darkness, Be revealed. They will graze along the roads, and upon all the hilltops will be their pasture. They will not hunger and they will not thirst. Heat and sun will not afflict them. All praise the Most High. For their merciful one will lead them, and along streams of water he will guide them. I will make all my mountains into roads, and all my paths will be uplifted. Behold, these will come from afar, and behold, these will come from the north and from the west, and these from the land of the Sinites. Sing glad song, O heavens, and rejoice, O earth, O mountains, break out in glad song, for Yahweh have comforted his people, and been merciful to his meek ones. Zion said, Yah has forsaken me, my Adonai has forgotten me. Can a woman forget her baby or not feel compassion for the child of her womb? Even these may forget, but I will not forget you. Behold, I have engraved you upon my palms. Your walls are before me always. Your children will hasten to return, and your ruiners and your destroyers will leave you. Raise your eyes all around and see. They have all gathered. They have come to you. As I live, thus saith Yah, I swear that you will clothe yourself with them, all like jewelry, and adorn yourself like a bride. As for your ruins and desolations and your devastated land, you will now become crowded with inhabitants, and those who will devour you will be distanced. The children from whom you have been bereaved will yet say in your ears, The place is too crowded for me. Move aside from me that I may dwell. And you will say in your heart, Who has begotten me these? For I have been bereaved and alone, an exile and a wanderer. So who has reared these? Behold, I have been left by myself. Where are these from? For thus said my Adonai Yahweh Elohim, Behold, I will raise my hand towards nations, and I will host my banner towards peoples. And they will bring your children in their arms, and your daughters will be carried on their shoulder. Kings will be your nurturers, and their princesses your wet nurses. With faces to the ground, they will prostrate themselves to you. They will lick the dust of your feet. Then you will know that I am Yah, and those who put their hopes in me will not be ashamed. The nations ask, should loot be retrieved from a warrior? Should a justly captured person be allowed to escape? Yet thus said Yah, even the captives of a warrior can be retrieved, and the booty of fierce men can escape. Damn. I myself will take up your cause, and I myself will save your children. And I will feed your tormentors their own flesh, and they will become drunk on their own blood, as on sweet wine. Then all flesh will know that I am Yah, your Savior and your Redeemer, the mighty one of Jacob. 50. Thus say Yah, what is your mother's bill of divorce by which I sent her away? Or to which of my creditors have I sold you? Behold, it is for your iniquities that you have been sold, and for your rebellious sins that your mother has been sent away. Why is it that I have come and there is no man? Why is it that I have called and there is no one who answers? Is my hand too limited to grant redemption? Is there no strength in me to rescue? Behold, by my rebuke, I dry the sea. I make rivers into a desert. Their fish become putrid for lack of water and die of thirst. Boy, that's happening right now. I clothe the heavens in blackness and make sackcloth their garment. My Adonai, Yahweh Elohim, has granted me a tongue for teaching, to understand the need of the times and conveying matters to those who thirst for knowledge. He arouses me morning after morning. He arouses my ear for me to understand as disciples are taught. My Adonai Yahweh Elohim has opened my ear for me, and I did not resist. I did not retreat to the rear. I submitted my body to those who smite, and my cheeks to those who pluck. I did not hide my face from humiliation and spit. For my Adonai Yahweh Elohim helps me. Therefore I was not humiliated. Therefore I made my face as hard as flint, and knew that I would not be ashamed. My champion is near. Whoever will contend with me, let us stand together. Whoever is my adversary, let him approach me. Behold, my Adonai Yahweh Elohim will help me. Who is he that will condemn me? Behold, they will all wear out like a garment. A moth will devour them. Who among you fears Yah, listening to the voice of his servant? Though he may have walked in darkness with no light for himself, let him trust in the name of Yah and rely on his Elohim. Behold, all of you are igniters of fire, kindlers of sparks. Go in the flame of your fire, and in the sparks you have lit. For my hand has this decree come upon you, that you should die in sorrow. 51. Listen to me, O pursuers of righteousness, O seekers of Yah. Look to the rock from which you were hewn, and at the hollow of the pit from which you were dug. Look to Abraham your forefather, and to Sarah who bore you. For when he was yet one alone, did I summon him and bless him and make him many. For Yah will comfort Zion. He will comfort all her ruins. He will make her wilderness like Eden, and her wasteland like the garden of Yah. Joy and gladness will be found there, thanksgiving and the sound of music. Pay attention to me, my people. Give ear to me, my nation. For instruction will come forth from me, and my judgment will be a light for peoples, to whom I will give rest. My righteousness is near. My salvation has gone forth. My arms will chastise nations. The islands will put their hope in me and will trust in my arm. Lift up your eyes to the heavens. Look at the earth below. For the heavens will dissipate like smoke, and the earth will wear out like a garment, and its inhabitants will die as well. But my salvation will be forever, and my righteousness will not be broken. Listen to me, you who know righteousness, the nation with my Torah in its heart. With its what in its heart? With my Torah in its heart. Do not fear from the disparagement of man, and do not be broken by their insults, for like a garment, a moth will eat them, and like wool, A worm will eat them, but my righteousness will be forever, and my salvation for all generations. Awaken, awaken, dawn strength, O arm of Yah. Awaken as in the days of old, as in previous generations. Are you not the one who decimated the haughty, who terrified the sea serpent? Are you not the one who dried up the sea, the waters of the great deep, who made the depths of the sea a path for the redeemed ones to cross? Then the redeemed of Yah will return and come to Zion with glad song, with eternal gladness upon their head. They will attain joy and gladness. Sadness and sighing will flee. I, only I, am he who comforts you. Who are you that you should be afraid of mortal humans and of men who will be made as grass? You have forgotten Yah your Maker, who spread out the heavens and set the foundations of the earth, and you are terrified continually all day long because of the oppressor's fury when he prepares to destroy. But where is the oppressor's fury? The wanderer will soon be released and will not die in a pit, nor will his bread be lacking. I am Yah your Elohim, who stirs up the sea and its waves rage, whose name is Yah, Master of Legions. And I have placed my words in your mouth, and with the shade of my hand have I covered you, to implant the heavens and to set a foundation for the earth, and to say unto Zion, you are my people. Hold up. Awaken yourself, awaken yourself. Arise, O Jerusalem, you who have drunk from the hand of Yah the cup of his fury. You have drunk from and drained the sediments of the cup of bewilderment. Among all the children she has borne, there is none to guide her. Among all the children she has reared, there is no one to hold her hand. There are two calamities that have befallen you. Who will bewail you? The plunder and the calamity, the hunger and the sword. With whom can I comfort you? Your children have fainted. They lie at the head of all the streets like a wild bull trapped in a net. They are full of Yah's fury, with your Elohim's rebuke. Therefore hear this now, O afflicted one, drunk, but not from wine. Thus said your Adonai Yahweh and your Elohim, who will fight for his people. Behold, I remove the cup of bewilderment from your hand. From the sediments of the cup of my fury shall you no longer drink any more, but I will put it into the hand of your tormentors, who have said to your soul, prostrate yourself, so that we may pass over you. For whom have you made your body like the ground, and like a street for passerby? Chapter 52. Awaken, awaken, don your strength, O Zion. Don your garments of splendor, O Jerusalem, the holy city. For uncircumcised and defiled people will no longer enter you. Shake the dust from yourself, arise and sit, O Jerusalem. Undo the straps on your neck, O captive daughter of Zion. For thus said Yah, for naught were you sold, and not for money will you be redeemed. For thus said my Adonai Yahweh Elohim. As for Egypt, my people went down originally to sojourn there, but Assyria oppressed them without justification. So now why should I remain here? The word of Yah, where my people was taken for naught. Their rulers glorify themselves. Thus saith Yah, and constantly all day my name is blasphemed. Therefore my people shall know my name. Therefore on that day that it is I who speaks, here I am. How pleasant are the footsteps of the herald upon the mountains, as announcing peace, heralding good tidings, announcing salvation, saying unto Zion, your Elohim has reigned. The voice of your lookouts, they raise their voice. They sing glad song in unison. With their own eyes, they will see that Yah returns to Zion. Burst out, sing glad song in unison, O ruins of Jerusalem. For Yah will have comforted his people. He will have redeemed Jerusalem. Yah has bared his holy arm before the eyes of all the nations. All the ends of the earth will see the salvation of our Elohim. Turn away, depart from there. It is defiled. Do not touch it. Depart from inside it. Cleanse yourselves, O bearers of Yah's armor. You will not leave in haste, nor will you go in flight. For Yah will go before you, and the Elohim of Yasharal will be your rear guard. Behold, my servant will succeed. He will be exalted and become high and exceedingly lofty, just as multitudes were astonished over you, saying, indeed, his appearance is too marred to be a man's, and his visage to be human. So will the many nations exclaim about him, and kings will shut their mouths in amazement because of him, for they will see that which they have never been told to them, and perceive things they have never heard. 53. Who would believe what we have heard? For whom has the arm of Yah been revealed? Formerly he grew up like a sapling, or like a root from amid the ground. He had neither form nor grandeur. We saw him, but without such visage that we could desire him. He was despised and isolated from men, a man of pains and accustomed to illness, as one from whom we hide our faces. He was despised, and we had no regard for him. But in truth, it was our ills that he bore, and our pains that he carried. But we had regarded him diseased, stricken by Elohim, and afflicted. He was pained because of our rebellious sins, and oppressed through our iniquities. The chastisement upon him was for our benefit, and through his wounds we were healed. We have all strayed like sheep, each of us turning his own way. And Yah inflicted upon him the iniquity of us all. He was persecuted and afflicted, but he did not open his mouth. Like a sheep being led to the slaughter, or a ewe that is silent before the shearers, he did not open his mouth. Now that he has been released from captivity and judgment, who could have imagined such a generation? For he had been removed from the land of the living. My people's sin brought the affliction upon them. He submitted himself to the grave like wicked men, and the wealthy submitted to his executions, for committing no crime and with no deceit in his mouth. Yah desired to oppress him, and he afflicted him. If his soul would acknowledge guilt, he would see offspring and live long days, and the desire of Yah would succeed in his hand. From his very own toil he will see and be satisfied. With his knowledge, my servant, the righteous one, will make multitudes righteous. It is their iniquities that he will carry. Therefore I will assign him a portion with the multitudes, and he will divide the mighty as spoils, in return for having poured out his soul for death, and being counted among the wicked. For he bore the sin of the multitudes, and prayed for the wicked. 54. Chapter 54. I had to let my dog in the house. He was making annoying ass sounds. Sing out, O barren one, who has not not given birth. Break into glad song and be jubilant, you who have not been in birth travail. For the children of the desolate Jerusalem will outnumber the children of the inhabited one. Say, Yah. Broaden the place of your tent, and let the curtains of your dwelling stretch out. Stint not, lengthen your cords, and strengthen your pegs. For you will burst out to the right and to the left. Your offspring will inherit nations, and they will settle desolate cities. Fear not, for you will not be ashamed. Do not feel humiliated, for you will not be disgraced. For you will forget the shame of your youth, and you will no longer recall the disgrace of your widowhood. For your master is your maker. Yah, master of legions, is his name. Your Redeemer is the Holy One of Yasharal. Elohim of all the world will he be called. For like a wife who had been forsaken and melancholy has Yah called you, and like a wife of one's youth who had become despised, said your Elohim. For but a brief moment have I forsaken you, and with abundant mercy will I gather you in. With a slight wrath have I concealed my countenance from you for a moment. But but with eternal kindness shall I show you mercy, said your Redeemer Yah. For like the waters of Noah shall this be to me. Just as I swore that the waters of Noah would never again pass over the earth, so have I sworn not to be wrathful with you, nor to rebuke you. For the mountains may be moved, and the hills may falter, but my kindness shall not be removed from you, and my covenant of peace shall not falter, said the one who shows you mercy. Yah. O afflicted, O afflicted, storm-tossed one, who has not been consoled. Behold, I will lay gems on your flooring stores, and lay your foundation with sapphires. I will set your window frames with ruby, and make your gates of carbuncle stones, and your entire boundary will be of precious stones. All your children will be students of Yah, and your children's peace will be abundant. Establish yourself through righteousness. Distance yourself from oppression, for you need not fear it, and from devastation, for it will not become near you. Behold, they may indeed gather together, but it is without my consent. Whoever will gather against you will fail because of you. Behold, I created the smith, who fans his charcoal flame and withdraws a tool for his labor. But I have also created the destroyer to demolish. Any weapon sharpened against you will not succeed, and any tongue that will rise against you in judgment, you will condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of Yah, and their righteousness from me, the word, thus saith Yah. All right, last chapter, y'all. I'm tired as hell, man. All right, last chapter, y'all. 55. What's that say? Ho. Why does it say ho? Everyone who is thirsty, go to the water, even one with no money. Go, buy and eat. Go and buy wine and milk without money and without price. Why do you weigh out money without getting bread and exert your efforts for that which is not satisfied? Listen well to me, and you will eat well, and your soul will delight in rich food. Incline your ear and come to me. Listen, and your soul will be rejuvenated. I will make an eternal covenant with you, the enduring kindnesses of David. Behold, I have appointed him as a witness over the regimes, a prince and a commander to the regimes. Behold, you will summon a nation you had not known, and a nation that you had not known that had not known you will run to you. For the sake of Yah, your Elohim, for the Holy One of Yasharal, who has glorified you. Seek Yah when he can be found. Call upon him when he is near. Let the wicked one forsake his way, and the iniquitous man his thoughts. Let him return to Yah, and he will show him mercy, to our Elohim, for he is abundantly forgiven. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, and your ways are not my ways, thus saith Yah. As high as the heavens over the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. For just as the rain and snow descend from heaven and will not return there, rather it waters the earth and causes it to produce and sprout, it gives seed to the sower and food to the eater. So shall be my word that emanates from my mouth. It will not return to me unfulfilled, unless it will have accomplished what I desired and brought success where I sent it. For in gladness shall you go out, and in peace shall you arrive. The mountains and hills will break out in glad song before you, and all the trees of the field will clap hands. In place of the thorn bush, a cypress will rise, and in place of the nettle, a myrtle will rise. This will be a monument to Yah, an eternal sign never to be cut down. So yeah, y'all. Main thing I got from these is trust in the Most High, follow what He say to do. And the righteous had nothing to fear, basically. Basically, if you walk around scary, you probably doing something wrong. You're probably not following Torah. You're probably not keeping the Sabbath. You're probably dealing falsely with people. Probably committing adultery. Probably stealing or having unjust scales. So yeah, y'all. We ain't scary over here, as far as I know. I ain't gonna lie though, I'm mad tired, y'all. I'm mad tired. Shit. 46. Did we read 46? Oh yeah, we did. We did read 46. Yeah, once again though, we see it was reiterated. I know the last room we read it. It was in 40 and 25 and somewhere else. But in here, 46 and 5 in mine say, whom can you liken me or consider equal or compare me that we should seem alike? Man, I wish Darian was in here, man. Darian needed to hear all these verses. And he reiterates, he's the Most High, says he's the Mashiach. He's the Savior. Oh yeah, that too. I noticed another verse in here that's in the Psalms also. When it said, where is it at? It says something about basically no weapon formed against me will prosper. That's what it reminded me of. I can't find it though. But yeah, y'all. Like I said, I'm mad tired. We can hop in another room and wind down. I'm mad sleepy.
Oh, so when you also reminded me of that other scripture in I think it's in Ecclesiastes. It says like the sleep of a laborer is sweet, but the wealthy permits their wealth permits them no sleep. You know that one?
Yeah, there's one that say, there's another one that say, there's no rest for the wicked, something like that. There's a song actually played earlier. It's basically said the same thing. If you love sleep, you'll end up in poverty.
Oh,
And yeah,
true.
yeah. There was a couple verses in here I noticed. I'm about to go through it again. To probably tomorrow. I'm probably gonna read through it again solo. I missed some stuff I didn't highlight. But yeah, yo, I'm about to I'm about to end this one. And probably throwing some. If y'all ain't playing music tonight, I'm probably just gonna throw in some 528 hertz or the 432 hertz on my whole phone and just fall asleep. But yeah, y'all. Shalom, shalom.